Hi, it's Chris from the Manx Viking Project with your June 2024 update. So, last couple of years have been a bit crazy. A lot of faffing about, a lot of mistakes made by myself, some terrible weather as well to boot, so everything's been slowed up a little bit. So our 2 years for the initial planning comes up next month, so we've got an application in now to extend that for another 3 years. We've now registered as a charity, which gets rid of all of the mistrust about, you know, whether I'm doing this for myself, etc. It is for the community. I'm not doing it for money, never have. So all of that cleared up, we need to move forward. So at the beginning of the year, because the storage yard wasn't done, etc., I made a decision to maybe try and sort this front area out, get rid of all of these sheds and start building the Viking part of the project first. However, we just end up tripping over ourselves, so it's back into the field again. We want to get that done this year. So I'm going to show a quick video of where we're up to, where we need to get to this year, and then I'll get back to you on how you can help. Cheers. So this is the entrance car park and storage yard field as of June 2024, comprising of the car park, the orchard and fruit garden, and the kitchen garden with the permaculture area. So far we've been able to level up the highlighted areas here in the field from kind donations over the last couple of years. But we need to level up the rest of the field so we can continue to use it during the winter months, which is not possible at the moment. We also need to build the tool shed in the storage yard and the workshop in the woods in order to progress the site. Historically I've been using my personal vehicles, but these are now starting to see the strain of the scale of the project, and as such are not really usable anymore. So that's about the sum of it for 2024. That's where we need to get to. There are a couple of other little bits and bobs. We need to run some power cables all the way from the generation shed all the way out to the front here, so we can supply electricity to all of the buildings when we get to building them. And some water pipes and bits and bobs and stuff like that, but you get the general gist of what we're trying to achieve this year. We need to get that done, then we can get all of the timber that we've got donated to us down to site, get it all milled, get it all ready, and get ourselves ready to actually build all the A stuff next year. So what we need at the moment is as I said in that little video, the old transit there has done well over the last 2 or 3 years, but it's starting to feel the strain, and really and truthfully it's not really up to moving the size of timber we want to move. So what we're desperately looking for now is a 7.5 ton wagon, preferably with its own high ab with a grab, so we can actually go and collect all the timber ourselves, so we're not reliant on other people all the time. This is the problem that we're going to be running up against, is relying on other people, and also if you borrow things they generally break. So the first thing we really need is a new vehicle to transport timber, so preferably 7.5 ton. They range from about 5 to 7.5 grand depending on the year. If we have to buy one from the UK, then it's going to have to go through a Manx test, so that's more complication and more cost, etc. So a ballpark figure to get one on the island, get it through its test and get it up and running for here, we'd say around about £10,000. The other thing we desperately need as well is we've got one that we can borrow, but don't really want to borrow things because we'll probably break it, or it will break, is a bandsaw mill. So a Woodland Mills bandsaw mill is around about £7,500 for what we need for the model, etc. So that's another thing we need. That will sit in the storage yard, so when the timber arrives you can be put straight on that and cut into, you know, what we need to build with. So these are the things that are holding us up at the moment, so we do need some funding. So please spread the word, have a word with the companies that you work for and things like that, or any individuals you know who might be interested in donating to the project. We'll put a link and a QR code at the end of the video here for you. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers, speak to you soon.